Okay, while we're talking about the betterment of our citizens, the federal government has said that only Nigerians with NIN will benefit from the sales of 40,000 naira for a bag of rice. I'll just read a little bit. Then there's a trending video in reaction to this. The federal government has said only public servants with duly registered national identification number, which is NIN, will be allowed to purchase, as it flags off the sales of 30% metric tons of milled rice. Now, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, said this while flagging off the sales of the rice in Abuja. According to Kyari, the move is to curb racketeering and is part of an effort to crush the price of food in Nigerian market. Represented by President Bola Tinubu, he said that the intervention will be sold strictly one man to one bag or one woman to one bag. He said the rice, which is to be sold at a flat rate of 40,000 naira for only 50 kg, the federal government's intervention for the sales of subsidized milled rice to ameliorate the prevailing food crisis in Nigeria. The minister blamed COVID-19, the Russian-Ukraine war, climate change, and amidst other localized factors, challenges for the high cost of food prices. He added that the federal government, being aware of the potential challenges associated with the sales of an important staple such as rice, at this crucial period has deployed a multidisciplinary machinery of government, as well put in place certain processes and conditions to ensure the transparency, wider reach, and success of this exercise. He employs citizens to cooperate and cooperate with the relevant authorities to achieve the initiative. And of course, the Director of Food and Strategic Affairs of this ministry, Haruna Sule Abutu, outlined the procedure to buy this subsidized rice. Well, before we react, you know why this news came out? Immediately, there was a reaction from a Nigerian, not just one Nigerian, group of Nigerians, where they had a whole lot to say. And their problem, their question is, why is it always rice? So let's quickly see the trending video of Nigerians complaining about rice being a kind of palliative or a way to actually, ameliorate the hardship in the country. Let's quickly watch the video. We'll be right back.
About insecurity, rice. You complain about unemployment, rice. Yes. You complain about the fact that, we are hungry, rice. You say we want to protest, rice. You say, you don't have medical facilities, rice. You say you don't have good schools and good teachers, rice. You say minimum wage, rice. It's rice.
Alright, welcome back. Like they said, why is it that every time, they have to, they complain about something, is rice. They talk about fuel, is rice. They talk about the health care facilities, is rice. They talk about the protest, the next thing is rice. So they are wondering, why is it always rice? Because this is the next thing. The next thing I'm seeing in the news after the fuel high price is now they can buy bag of rice for 40,000 naira for those having their NIN registered, and of course it's only going to be one bag for one man, just to do what? To make sure that the prices of food in the market, in quotes, Nigerian market, actually tend to reduce. How is that even possible? And why do you think they always tend to think towards bag of rice? Every time it's always rice.
It shows the cluelessness of the people in authority. It shows that they believe that Nigerians are beggars. It goes to show, it's actually very laughable that we have standardized the price of a bag of rice for 40,000. I remember vividly, in 2014, a bag of rice was 7,000. And these people, as at that time, said they are going to even crash this bag of rice further. That, are you happy? I remember one of the campaign, somebody, then candidate of the APC, Buhari, said, are you happy that you are buying a bag of rice at 7,000 naira? The masses says, no. Now the government wants to sell a bag of rice to us for 40,000. That is even good. But I don't think the government has the machineries to ensure that somebody in my village get to buy this rice. Whether they are still looking at Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Owerri, Kano, Kaduna, maybe those are the key cities that they are looking at. But things like this, if you are doing what is good, you can see the Minister of Agriculture is the one sharing rice. He's supposed to empower farmers to farm.
To farm, true.
So in the end, we are having very square pegs in round holes. Taking decisions for the rest of us. It's not a good news as far as I'm concerned, because the government has not told us how long this initiative will continue. How long a bag of rice will take family of 5. When that is finished, they will now begin to go to the open market and look for 80,000, 90,000 naira per bag. So does it mean that governments that we elected to take decision on our behalf have done us good? Or they have further impoverished us as people? So at the end of the day, anybody somewhere, their supporters will sit down and clap for them for what they are doing. But I see that because the government in power has seen palliative as a way out. And I've said palliative has never been a way out of a doldrum. It has never been. If handout is something that can take beggars from the street, you won't be seeing those guys on Allen Junction.
Yeah.
You won't be seeing them. These are the same face you saw last year, 2 years ago, and you are still seeing them.
No.
And people are still giving them handout. So why don't you do something sustainable? Something that nobody, I would not leave this market at before Abulega, Ile-Epo market, that is close to me. Why don't I walk in there and buy my rice even at 50,000 when you make it affordable, so that the next person there will say, oh Goddy, come, I will sell for you 49,000 or 49,500. The next person will say, don't worry, my own is good, come and buy 48,000. Why is the government who's supposed to empower people to do these things that they want doing it themselves? How sustainable is it? How much has it been put into this initiative? The time that we consume rice like normal business is coming. Festive season is coming. So is the government still continue to buy rice? Lagos State try it. Are they still selling? Lagos State try to Kebbi State, Lake rice. Where is the Lake rice today? Because government don't have business in business. They cannot sustain it. What's Lake rice today? Even when the Lake rice was there, they were giving it to civil servants. People were not able to buy it in the open market because it wasn't enough. So I know the federal government, something at the lowest level, if a government want to get involved at the lowest level, is the local government. That is what the federal government, who's supposed to take a decision, who's supposed to make decisions that will impact our life, that will impact our children's life and children's life, are the ones selling rice.
But even while getting to the local government part, there are some local governments which was trending so much that time that even the local governments were not dishing out the bags of rice.
That is not what I'm saying. The federal government have no issues in even giving the local government this rice to share. I am telling you, the initiative, the conception of this kind of program supposed to come from local government. Each local government, no, it's not all out of 774 local government in Nigeria. Every local government people don't eat rice. There are people that their problem is yam.
Yeah.
All right. There are areas that their own problem is Gary. So these people this local government supposed to thought out this program and say, okay, this is because we are the people closer to. It's not supposed to come from even the state. It's supposed not to come from the federal government, and that is why when the federal government give this thing to the state local government, they get diverted. Because even the local government people don't know when it's going to come in, so they have to stockpile it for themselves. But if this thing is coming from them, It is their idea. And so, okay, in my place, I'm from a riverine area. What do you guys eat most? Is it gari? Fishermen, what do you guys do? Is it fishing? Do you guys have nets? Or these are what are the challenges? The local government at that level will provide. Are you aware? Are you aware that the crayfish eaten in this country come from my place or on? The crayfish in this Nigeria, there is no market that you go to in this country that will not see oron crayfish. So those people that, because as a shaman, we know they eat rice in oron when I go with the eteba. We don't take rice and put in the canoe and go and prepare it while we are fishing and eat. That is not our priority.
It's gari.
It's gari, it's eba.
So the basic thing, it has to be with local government.
So the federal government will sit in Abuja and take a decision that they have no idea about and bring it here. It goes to show they lack the know-how. They don't even understand the people they consider they are leading. That's why each time I sit down and look at the federal assembly, the Senate and the House of Assembly and House of Rep, and I cried. We don't even need the Senate. We don't even need these people. You can match them and increase the constituency. You don't even need them, okay, because most of them don't know their constituents.
Okay, Chief Godi, you've mentioned what the federal government should have actually done. I want to ask now, what can people do in this circumstance now? With the way things are going, it's not funny anymore. And like you said, the festive season is coming. A lot of people would need to eat rice. And like you said, would this thing last till the festive period? Would it last forever? Or is just for now? Then later they find out that there's no more rice they're selling for 40,000. What should people do in regards to this? What
people would do is to those who cannot afford 40,000. The people that can afford more than 40,000 will use them. That's what is going to happen. In my area, if I can bring out 40 times 4, is how much? That's about 180.
Yes.
So I will call 3 other persons, say, go and buy. Bring it for me. I will give them one derrica, and I'll go and sell the other one. You are talking about 40,000. The 70,000 minimum wage that the Mr. President publicly announced, has it been paid? I just read in the news last week that Borno State just set up a committee. For what essentially? For what that has been agreed by the federal government? You are setting up a committee, and that committee, you are going to pay them allowances, you are going to pay them extra on what? To look into how you are going to pay 70,000 naira, and you are asking people to come and buy a bag of rice for 40,000. And right now, they are earning 30,000 naira per month. So they know that whatever they are doing, they are just doing it to get mileage. They don't mean it. I don't think they do, because if they do, some of this program would have been well thought out. That people would be in the front burner of this program. But when you look at the program, the initiative, you don't see people anywhere. What you are seeing is them, their image, what they are doing, to be in the paper, to the TV, to speak, to social, we are doing something. Yes, so it's all motion, no movement.
All motion, no movement. That's a very good one to actually describe what they are doing. Anyways, while we're still talking about this, it's a good thing of consideration, but my first thought is, why now? If not for that viral video, and probably nothing would have been done